Can you hear me?
Yeah, can't see you though, man. Turn on your video right now. Don't waste any time. Yo, what? Oh my god.
I really,
This
I really just
podcast
got
is
this for
over,
you.
dude.
I really just got this for you so you can see it. I just got it a couple days ago.
Bullshit. You got it because you voted for Orange today at the polls and you wore it at the poll. You wear it all the time. I call bullshit. Dude.
I decided to vote for him like two weeks ago.
Oh my god. That's kind of shameful, man.
I don't like the identity of politics of the Democratic Party, and I considered voting for him. I literally thought I weighed all the options. I didn't like Biden talking about the long negative winter that we have to look forward to for like 2 more years. Like, dude, no. I mean, we're gonna get through this virus, and maybe even sooner than we all realize. And when we do, I want to get back to business, back to people working, and that's what's important. And I'm thinking about my pocketbook. I think Biden again, and the other thing is like I'm concerned. I don't even think he's going to make it through the whole term. If he had somebody that was more moderate on the ticket, it would have been a tougher choice. But Kamala, I don't trust her at all. I don't know what she's capable of doing. I think she gets some power, she's gonna roll back the tax cuts. I don't like the identity politics and the political correctness. It's fucking ridiculous. Way over the top. That's the biggest reason. I'm not a big fan of everything Trump does and says. I didn't vote for him last time, and he sure made it tough. I wasn't really looking to vote for him, but man, I just couldn't pull the trigger on Biden. And like I said, he's going to win anyways, and it's looking like he's going to. So this might be the only chance I ever get to wear this hat. So I wanted to do it for you.
I don't have much to say. I mean, I don't feel like yourself. I've already done it on the past 10 episodes of this podcast. So
I told you, I just made up my mind like 2 weeks ago. If even, maybe a week and a half ago.
Well, we've done a lot of podcasts in the last week and a half, man.
Because it's about people talking about coming from different ideas. That's the point, and like trying to understand, where the other side is coming from.
You're a cult member. You're a cult member.
Gosh.
How does it feel? Like, yeah, different ideas. It's not apples to apple. Like, we're not talking like ideas to ideas. We're talking about ideas to a cult following, man. It's different, bro. So
not everybody. So you're telling me I'm a cult member? I mean, I think I'm a pretty level-headed guy. See, it sounds like you're the one that's tough to get along with, not me. I haven't done anything.
I've made my point clear. About what that vote supports, man.
I don't agree with all that. I think some people do feel that way, but I don't think Trump is espousing hate. But some people might feel that way, but I don't.
I've talked about, I've talked about it and about.
You talked about how you feel about it. Just because you.
I've talked about numbers. What's going on in the streets now that wasn't 4 years ago.
Yeah, that's how other people are reacting to it. Again, you're putting other people's actions on him. And again, I don't agree with everything he says, and I don't agree with everything he does, but he gets blamed for so much stuff that he has no control over. So, I don't know.
You're sounding like a cult member, bro. You're sounding like literally you live in a delusion reality. You're sounding like you live in like Orange's hysteria. You're sounding like a straight up cult member, bro. So it's just gonna be really hard for us to break that. Have that dialogue, bro.
Fine. If that's how serious it is to you, then
when we can't establish the same reality, or come to the same reality. When one of us, then it's just hard to have a dialogue, man. That's all I have to say, man.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, I hope Joe Biden turns this country into the forever positive fantasy land that you think it's going to be becoming in the next 3 weeks, where we all just hold hands and stuff.
Or
But
else
you're
you're
a straight white male, so I wouldn't be that comfortable
You don't
because
hope
you're the
that,
enemy.
man.
You're the next enemy. What's that?
You don't hope that. You don't hope that, or else you would have voted for him, man. There's
No, because I know
man.
that's bullshit, and I don't even have a problem with Biden. Like I said, the guy's got dementia. Not going to last 4 years. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't think the sky's going to fall down. I'm not like you. I don't think, just because Trump wins the presidency, all of a sudden we just got, World War III in our hands or something, or riots in the streets any more than we already do, actually. But, like I said, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Anywho, let's see what's going on with Ohio. Yeah, I mean, it's looking like it's out of reach here. I mean, Trump is getting closer, but what are you drinking?
Not much. Same shit as earlier today. I'm thinking it's a dark day for America. I said it earlier, man. That's what I'm thinking. Not much has changed, bro.
Gosh, you feel like you should be in a better mood, and your guy's winning.
Bro, all signs were pointing towards, like I said, the same shit from earlier. All signs were pointing towards America last time, but they ended up pointing towards fascism and hate and bigotry. And
America, I don't know if America, the Democratic Party is for America. Aren't they just for global world, United Nations and outsourcing our sovereignty to the rest of the world and outsourcing our jobs to other countries?
They're also, they're very global, like in their ideology, but they're also pro-democracy, something that obviously Orange is not. So yeah, dude. I mean, look at the last 4 years, man. They're pro Constitution, man, checks and balances, separation of powers. None of that is like on Orange's agenda. So.
What are you talking about? The House of Representatives have blocked everything they could. They don't want to come to an agreement on stimulus because they don't want to give Trump the positive.
What about the judicial branch?
What's that?
What about the judicial branch and all the
bleeding of the lines? They had the power, so because they don't have the power, they shouldn't do it. They shouldn't appoint a Supreme Court justice because it's going to hurt liberal feelings.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about pardons, and I'm talking about just other shit like that, man. Where, there's just a blurred line, man. It's just no separation of powers anymore, man. I mostly
voted for my pocketbook, and I want to. It's looking like the Dems are going to win control of the Senate. And I speaking of checks and balances, I wanted to check and balance on a Democratic-controlled Senate because I'm not sure that I don't want to pay for the Green New Deal. We can't afford college for everybody. I mean, our pocketbook is not limitless. It'd be nice, if I ever have kids and they need college education, I'll ask you to chip in.
But you're actively voting for those things, but you're passively voting for a lot more, man, that you didn't just mention, and it's just too bad, I will say.
Too bad, so sad. What would be interesting about a podcast where we both agree on everything?
We spread ideas and shit.
That's boring. You need conflict like this. Like you're just
kind of
fuming inside that I voted for Trump, and I'm just.
I've entertained these discussions. Tried to entertain these discussions for the past 4 years. I'm kind of over it. So.
Jeez, you seem. I don't know what the word is. Pretty intolerant. It seems like.
Yeah. Excuse me.
The tolerant people are the most intolerant of anyone when it comes to differences of ideas. And I'm pretty down the middle.
That's an excuse, but
not an excuse. It's a fact. It's a fact. You're just like flipping out. Where it should be just like, oh, okay, that's kind of funny. Big deal.
I don't know that it's a fact, man. It seems a bit more subjective than that.
You just said, I don't know if I can get past it. God, thank God your guy's winning. Thank God your guy's winning. God, I can't imagine how you'd react if Trump was winning. Jeez. That would be awkward.
I mean, yeah, winning doesn't count for much until it's over. So.
Oh, Ohio's getting close. North Carolina looks out of reach, though. Are you watching the totals come in?
I was. I don't really care for him is kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, it's just too much anxiety, bro. It's been kind of losing my mind for 4 years. Don't need to exacerbate it for the next few hours. Really just need to get some work done, go to sleep a decent hour, wake up.
Yeah, I hear you. I also, I have to deal with it like with my dad called me like every day for like 2 weeks about it too, about who I was going to vote for. So it wore me down a little bit, but I'm okay with it. I'll sleep okay at night.
I'm glad.
Jeez, you are just, God, relax, man, relax. Okay, I wouldn't be like this if you voted for somebody I didn't agree with. I'd be like, whatever. It's your choice.
It's kind of disappointing, but
all right, fair enough. Fair enough. Can we still be friends? Can we still be friends, Colin?
I don't know. Maybe if you don't send me, maybe if you don't dress up as orange, man.
I just did that to be funny, man. I did that to be funny, and it looks like Ohio just flipped to red.
Huh?
Ohio just flipped, projecting it right now. It's red.
All right, I need to stop looking at these, talking about these. Just more anxiety. That's what Florida did. That's what Ohio did. That's what North Carolina's gonna do. That's what Georgia did. They were all blue at first. It's all nonsense, bro. I'm telling you, there's a cult following, and they just recruit more members like you, man. That's solid. And then that's how they win, bro. And it's minority rule, bro. Like, is that cool with you, man? You feel like you're representing?
Well, that's the system we've always had in place, though.
The American people, bro. You like it's like 40. It's just like 2/3. It's like 40.
So if you get away with, I was in an Uber today, and I had a conversation about it with a black gentleman who was my Uber driver, and he was pro-Trump, and he was asking me what I thought about the Electoral College, and I told him that it's not perfect, but I think it's better than the alternative. If you had just the popular vote, they wouldn't even come to Georgia. They would just go campaign in Houston and New York and Los Angeles and major cities and Chicago. And you wouldn't speak to any interests and grievances. All the other states and the rural states and most of the country, actually. It would just be flyover country. So you think that's better?
Then a quote unquote democracy that doesn't represent the will of the people? Probably.
So democratic republic is what we have. And no, again.
Yeah, democratic republic, yes. But it's democratic in nature.
It's a republic. I don't think it's perfect. And I don't love everything about Trump. And yes, I think he's a jackass. Yes, I think he lies a good amount of time, but they all lie. They're all politicians lie. It's all propaganda.
Stuff cult members say, I agree with you, but you're putting them in the same category.
I don't think most Trump fans do say that. I've met a couple of them, and they're fucking idiots. They don't even like believe like you're right. He's like Christ, and like he can do no harm. Everything he never lies, and he's perfect. And I know he lies. He lies all the fucking time, and he's full of shit, and he's an asshole. But he does put America first, which I do like that. I'm tired of other countries taking advantage of us, like China, and these trade agreements with
questionable whether he puts America first. It's questionable, bro. It's debatable. That's for sure.
Also,
fucking our trade deficit's bigger with China than it was a number of years ago. Just cozying up to autocratic world leaders. That's un-American.
No, I mean, that's cozying up. I mean, give me an example. I mean, just because he's nice to someone and shakes someone's hand.
Failing to condemn like Putin for a number of things. I don't feel like explaining the number of things, but that put our democracy, put our republic like at a threat, like under threat. That's un-American, man. That's not looking out for un-American and fucking not giving two shits about a pandemic that's taking 1,000 lives per day. Most un-American thing I've ever heard, man.
I told you, man, I think that's his weakest issue. I think he has handled that poorly. But it's where we are right now, you know? We've been dealing with it for, it's going to be a year almost, a couple months. And I think we're through the worst of it, and we're going to get through it. And I want to get through it sooner rather than later. And I'm not interested in locking down, large swaths of the country. It is what it is. We have to deal with it. But I'm not looking to shut down the country.
Or do you want other innocent Americans, oftentimes minority groups, not to die? It sounds like you're in it for selfish reasons, all I'm saying. Like wanting to get through it, like all that. But think about like minorities who live like in inner cities that are crowded, who are dying unproportionately. It's pretty un-American, dude. It's pretty savage. It's pretty cold. I've done too much explaining for myself on this podcast. I'm kind of over it, dude.
Maybe we should cut this short.
Yep, agreed.
All right. Well, I hope you have a better night. And
I appreciate it.
The sun's still going to come up tomorrow.
Yep.
All right. Talk to you soon.